Hey there, it's Christine with This Girl Hikes, at least for the time being. I think only my most loyal watchers will view this video, so just keeping it really casual, and I'm in the mood to share some things that I have been dying to share in a more formal format for video, but it's a busy time right now at the ski lodge where I work, where I live, and I just got off an 8-day work stretch. I had a couple days off, short days off, and just had to handle all of my adulting business. So, you know, taxes, grocery shopping, banking, all that fun, fabulous stuff that everyone else has to deal with. And so I didn't have any chance to get away to really shoot a video. I'm also working on launching a completely unrelated business with some digital assets, just kind of like an evergreen side business. So that's taking up a bit of my time right now. And so I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, there's a million and one excuses why I just don't have time right now to make the kind of video I want to. And so I just don't want to leave you hanging. I want to check in with you. I want to let you know about some of the really exciting things that I have coming up and what I'm forecasting for the year, and tell you a little bit more about the content that I intend to share. So I'm just going to talk through that right now. I'm just in my room here at the ski lodge. I think I've shared a little bit of this before, but we've got some new additions. We got a microwave, hot water kettle, a bowl of oranges, and then, oh yeah, my roommate got her own refrigerator. Don't mind her dirty dishes. She's working right now. She's been working a ton lately too. So yes, I do have a roommate here. She's quite a bit younger than me, but I adore her. I think we're going to be friends for a really long time. And I guess that's where I will start. Like, I am living at a ski lodge in Alta, Utah. I think I talked about that a couple of times. I have been learning to ski. I never knew how to downhill ski before. I think I've shared that with you too. So that has been a lot of fun. And I've also found that I really enjoy communal living. I do get a lot of energy out of being around people. I do need some time, some solitude to recharge, but also being around people gives me energy. I get a sense of purpose from it. If anyone's familiar with like the Myers-Briggs personality types, I'm an ENFJ. I love to encourage people, to inspire people, and being in person with people to do that is very, very rewarding for me. And so communal living really works for me. It's not perfect, but hardly any living situations are perfect. And so I found something that works for me, and that is seasonal living in hospitality work. So I'm going to be continuing with that for the time being, but not here. So my contract here ends at the end of April. Ski season ends mid-April, let's say that. And I have accepted a position somewhere else as a seasonal live-in employee, and that place is in Seward, Alaska. So I'm so excited. I'm going to spend the summer living in Alaska, in Seward, Alaska, with glaciers and grizzly bears and lots of moose and temperate rainforest and massive, massive mountains. And can you tell by my face? I am so excited. If you've been around here for a while and you've really listened to things that I've said, and especially in Q&As and things in the past, you have heard me say that it is a dream of mine to spend time in Alaska. I lived there for 3 years when I was a child. It's always been a dream of mine to go back, and this just feels like the absolute right time and right opportunity. And I'm just so stoked on that. So I'll be living there from May at least through September for the season, working and living at a lodge there. And I am going to drive up there. So I've been working on making some adjustments to my Subaru Forester and getting my setup a way that I like it a bit more. Anticipating about a 10-day road trip up the ALCAN, which I am going to document for you. So I've been doing a lot of research on that, getting that itinerary locked down, and I will detail it a bit more later for myself, but I just needed to know exactly how much time I needed to allocate because I do have a pretty firm start date for my new job. And so I needed to give them like a firm exit date here. And yeah, I'm going to be exploring Banff and Jasper National Park and a couple of other areas in British Columbia, Alberta. Still a little unclear. I'll be up through the Yukon Territory, and we'll see what that brings, and we'll see what the summer brings for me in Alaska. Again, it's going to be, working a full-time job, but I will spend my weekends trying to get away. Right now here, I usually can get away for some sort of trip once or twice a month. I have like maybe one video that I need to edit for you guys for my getaway that I've done here recently. And then I'm hoping my next set of days off, it's a little bit of a longer weekend for me. So I'm going to try to get away and do something and test out some new gear for my car setup. I made some pretty big adjustments that I kind of regretted not doing to begin with. So yeah, I'm excited to test that out. I've been taking care of a lot of things that I feel like makes more sense for me to handle now rather than try to handle in Alaska, because it's just going to be more expensive. There'll be less resources available to me. Right now I live right outside of Salt Lake City, which has everything I could need. In Seward, I'll be 2.5 hours away from Anchorage. So yeah, that's a lot longer than the 15 minutes it takes for me to get off the mountain and into the city here. So I've been just handling all that adulting kind of stuff and getting myself set up for adventure. Okay, so now I've told you some of the big news for the year. So yeah, ALCAN trip, 10 days, driving through very remote areas, very beautiful areas of the Canadian Rockies. Going to poke my eye out so I won't even be able to see it when I get there. And then what? Okay, then yeah, being in Seward, Alaska for the summer. So after my contract is up there, I'll have to decide what is good for me next. There are a lot of options for seasonal hotel workers. I may end up at a ski lodge again. I may end up here again. I'm invited to come back next year. I am working in positions that I am definitely overqualified for, but the reason for that is so that I have the freedom and opportunity to pursue travel and my other interests and try to balance things out with my YouTube channel, because this is still a passion for me. It's still a priority for me. And I guess I'm going to talk about something else right now that I wanted to address before I tell you what I have planned for after the season in Alaska so far. So I feel a little confined by the name of this channel being This Girl Hikes. And I might be changing that soon. It's a name that I've had for, I don't know, since 2016, I guess, for this channel. So I feel like in a way I've outgrown that. Like my life has completely changed since I started this YouTube channel. And a lot of it has come from the passion of the outdoors and the confidence that I've built from it. And I'm really happy and really excited right now because I feel like I'm moving in a direction in my life that like I dreamed of, that I'm getting like a full experience out of life. And, I ended road life, but that's not ending my wanderlust. It's just enabling it further because now I have full-time employment and a secure place to live, and all of that is still lending itself to outdoor adventure travel, and just travel in general. Like, I am kind of a nerd. I love history. You guys know I love to read. I love to learn about the human experience. I studied English literature in university because of that. And so I think I'm going to make some adjustments to this channel. But honestly, if you're watching this video, you're someone that likes to have me share more. And I think you're really going to like what I have inside of me to share, that I'm not finding it very, I'm finding myself kind of confined by the channel name This Girl Hikes, because I feel like all of my content needs to be about hiking. And in a way, I feel like what's happening in my life right now in this mode of living and this temporary communal living situation is very, very interesting. And it's something that I don't know that very many people are sharing about. I certainly didn't know that it was an option or that it existed. I kind of just applied for this job like slightly out of desperation because I needed to get out of the situation I was in, and it has been a godsend. Like, it has changed things for me, and it has opened up a world of opportunity for me, and really just like made me super inspired. And so anyway, I kind of just wanted to give you a little heads up on that. I'm not making the change yet. I do have some commitments that I need to fulfill before I can really do that. But yeah, I just also want to say, like, some formats are going to be changing a little bit, but not so drastically. And I think you'll like it. And no, this video is not a representation of what that will be. Like, I still want to make them beautiful, and I'm still inspired by cinematography. I just want it to feel like it's a reflection of what my life really is, which I struggle with saying and doing, because I feel like that's such a like self-centered, like millennial way of thinking, is like, oh, my day-to-day life is so interesting that I should absolutely share it with everyone. But I've actually been reading this book that a friend gave me last year. It's this one. Of course, I'm inspired by a book. Imagine that. Travels with Charlie by John Steinbeck. It's this copy is clearly ancient, and it was purchased for 75 cents back in the day. But it is the true documentation of John Steinbeck's travels with his dog. He buys a truck camper and goes on an American road trip with his dog and talks about his experience with that. And when I'm reading it, I don't think, oh, this guy's so full of himself. Like, it's like, and I watch other people where I'm genuinely interested in their experience. So I'm trying to allow myself to feel comfortable in sharing in that way, and sharing my life story and my experiences in a way that doesn't feel self-important or self-centered, but is just like a documentation of what's happening. And I think what's happening in my life is definitely extraordinary. Like, this is not a normal existence, especially for someone my age, but you know, someone in my 30s, because a lot of the people around me are just out of college or just, you know, like on a gap year or whatever. So, yeah, I'm just in a different position, and I just kind of want to share that, and I want to open things up to that. And, it's not going to be all hiking all the time, but I think that's going to be a good change for me. It's been a long time coming. Okay. So now we talk about some speculation on what the rest of the year might bring after, my contract in Alaska. I kind of got into it. Like, I could come back here. I could go work at another ski resort. Who knows? Probably in August or something, I'll start looking for job opportunities for the winter, start applying and seeing what's available. My plan is to take potentially the second half of September off and maybe explore more of Alaska. If I'm not off, maybe I'll reduce some hours. After Labor Day, it should be the end of the busy season there. And so, you know, before the weather turns too much, I could explore a bit more of Alaska, a bit more intently. And then I'm planning on taking the entire month of October off for travel. And right now I'm playing around with some travel abroad ideas. You know, maybe Western Europe, maybe, I don't know. There's a ton of different options, but I would like to travel abroad for a good portion of the month of October before I return to work in November. But I will be returning to work. I am saving pretty aggressively for a big adventure in 2023. I'm not ready to announce what that will be because I haven't 100% settled within myself of what that will be, but I am saving money with the intention of a multi-month adventure in 2023, potentially one I've been dreaming of for a number of years, but things are so fluid constantly, and I think it's a little too early to make any formal announcements about that yet, but some of you may realize what I'm alluding to. That's definitely on my mind, but I'm also open to what the world might present to me and what opportunities might come up. And so I'm just really focused on these goals right now, but I want to bring you guys along for that journey. So I'm just checking in right now because this is all the time I have to put this together. It's nearly 10 o'clock at night. I start work again tomorrow at 7 a.m. and it's another long week for me. I like my work. I like the people I work with. Actually, I love the people I work with and live with, and I love being here. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying time is limited. You get it. You have a job, probably full-time job, just like me. It's not easy. I'm gonna try to find some more time to balance things because I have some ideas inside of me and some things I've even written down and just haven't been able to pull off. But hopefully next weekend we'll bring some travel and I'll get some adventure videos up to you soon. But thanks for watching me ramble for nearly 20 minutes now. I'm gonna move some laundry around and finish getting ready for bed here and get started on another week, and I'll see you guys again as soon as possible. See ya. Bye.